Hi guys, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Happy Sunday. You are looking at Berlin sleeping in the bouncy seat. She is one of my Twinkies, twin A. I have twin B, which is her twin brother, Ben. She's got blonde hair. I am going to get right on point today, and you're basically just staring at Berlin in sleeping in the bouncy seat, sucking her thumb. This is a really important subject that I was going to move past. I did a video, I believe it was 2 days ago. It was the video before last on the outrageous beggars. I'll put a link in the description. This particular issue took a very weird turn and a different turn. And I think it's something that's really important that I discuss with you all. So if you are totally clueless, it's probably a good idea if you go back and watch that video, because I read that comment and then you'll get a better idea, because I don't want to make this like 40 minutes long and read that comment, which was very long and all that. So I'm going to tie it up in a nutshell with the beggars, the people that flat out ask for free babies, or the people that in a roundabout way fish for free babies by, just stating they have no money, asking for charity, for help, and, spilling out all of their, medical issues and personal problems and and how a reborn is going to heal their heart and, all that. Normally, I just delete these comments. If someone persists, I block, and that's it. I just don't, I made a few videos a few months back addressing it. Basically telling people they were in the wrong place if that's what they plan to do. And it stopped for a while, really simmered down, and then kind of slowly it built up again to the point of where I reached the comment the other day that kind of blew my top. So I chose to take that comment and read it on a video in which I was addressing in general, people, begging and why it's not the right thing to do. I didn't have any of the other comments to reference because, as I say, I delete them. So, I read that comment, which was, which was, mind you, placed on a video, several days ago, in which I was letting you all know where I had been the past few days, and that I really had kind of, not been feeling myself, and I felt that, I had been depressed this winter. I opened up a little bit and shared, just some of the struggles that I had been having, and I'm great now, guys. The sun's been shining for 2 days, and I'm coming out of it. If you watch my videos, you've seen that. But it was a video out of character for me. One that anybody that was a friend or followed my channel was going to say, oh, I hope you're feeling better. I am thinking of you if you ever want to talk, like that sort of thing. Well, this woman laid this comment out on that video. Just, I'm dying. This is the name of my disease. I just dream of, a sweet redhead baby girl to hold. If you ever see any cheap reborns, could you message me? Or do you know about boo-boo babies? And then further on, and I have zero money. And then further on, does the community ever get together for any sort of charity, Make-A-Wish type thing? Just a lot of ridiculous stuff with, all of her medical stuff. So I addressed this in a video, basically addressing everyone that does this kind of stuff. Well, this woman, and I responded to this woman's message, and I was as kind as I could be, and I made a few suggestions about, buying like a store-bought inexpensive doll if you just want something to love and cuddle because you're dying in bed and your pain and whatever. And not only this woman, first off, she took offense to that. Like, well, I'm not a 6-year-old. That's why would I want to play with a child's doll? But then went into, oh, don't you remember talking? We had been building a friendship the past few weeks, and we connected over our sons and talked about your daughters, and she was much more, crud, I don't have the handset in here. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to listen to that phone ring out. I am so sorry. She sounded much more well-spoken and articulate and put together in her message back to me, that I said to myself, geez, wow, did I miss something here? And listen, I know I talk to a lot of people on here, and I've been really, really busy, and I talk to a lot of people in my business with the sugar gliders. I talk to hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people a week between here and then mostly, in my business. I answer 10, 20, 30 inquiries a day in my own business. So, I'm talking to all sorts of people. So, I did go back, and I did take the time to go back. And first I checked 2 months worth of my videos and comments, and saw nothing of this woman. Or I saw one, I think 3 months back, where she commented on a video, which happened to be a video that I shared a bit about one of my teenage daughters and a little bit of teenage angst we were going through, and a bit about my son and some things like that. And she had placed a comment on this video. It's a comment that I didn't respond to at all. I don't always, respond to every single comment, and I didn't happen to respond to that one. Gabe, I'm filming, and you're supposed to be with Daddy.
Can I please have a fruit snack?
You gotta ask Daddy. You're out there with him playing. Shut that door. Not the light, the door. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. My husband has Gabe, and they're outside playing basketball, but he just barged in. So it happened to be a video that, I shared a bit about my kids and stuff like that. And then as comments unfolded, because then this woman proceeded to hop on the commenting to the video that I had made, and started commenting to me, and then also systematically going through all of my viewers' comments and commenting on as many of those as she could, explaining herself that she was having a stroke when she left that message, that comment, and that she would never, ever, ever beg for a reborn. And then, in a paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, giving all of this medical information. And then very convincingly stating that her and I have been building a friendship over the past weeks, and that she thought she was asking a friend for help. And I'm thinking to myself, this is great. Now, everyone here, my friend, everyone here is seeing this, and this woman sounds pretty convincing. And I sound like the biggest boop, for, coming down so hard on this woman. So now I'm searching 4 months back in my videos, 5 months back in this. No correspondence with this woman whatsoever. I thought maybe I recognized her name and maybe talking about New York, but then I realized, well, no, she lives in New York, and I know the people that I talk to that live in New York. And then a few people I've commented with have in the past lived in New York, and we talked about that, etc., etc. I have not lost my mind. I did not have any sort of relationship with this woman, and can't even find me answering any of her comments, no less what she described as hours upon hours of conversation. I don't have hours upon hours of conversations with anyone here in the comments on YouTube. And, no less just not remember it. That I know. So as everything unfolds towards the evening yesterday, I start getting messaged by friends and some people that, are just, here on my channel, looked me up, found me on Instagram. And so they're getting private messaged by this woman. She's now not only commenting all of everyone's comments, but she's going through everyone, seeking them out and private messaging them. And I am like, oh my gosh. And then boom, like this wave, this giant wave came crashing on my head. And I said, oh my gosh, this woman stalked me. She stalked my channel. She pulled whatever I shared about my life and my videos and projected, and fabricated a friendship in her head as if we had been, as if we had been speaking back and forth and connecting over our sons and all this. And I said, wow, this is a very ill person, as annoying and frustrating and as all that is and ridiculous. And here I'm thinking, wow, she's making me out to look like such this mean person. The bottom line is, wow, oh my gosh, she became just absolutely obsessed with the comments and messaging all of my viewers. And these long drawn out messages. And from what I understand, and of course this is hearsay, this is what people are telling me, but in the private messages where she's laying out for everyone to see, she's sounding as sane as possible, and she's swearing that she wasn't begging for a free and that was her whole thing. She wanted everybody to believe that she wasn't begging for a doll and that she was having a stroke when she left that comment, and that she thought we were friends and But then private messaging people, she was saying all that and saying, but a reborn would heal me and I have no money and, her dire straits and all this. So in private, she was still, leaning back towards, somebody help me, give me a doll sort of thing. Now, guys, as a channel creator, and I think that this is really important for all of you channel creators out there, it is a very scary thing. And let me back it up. It took me until yesterday evening to block this woman because I realized how obsessed she had become. And now my fear is she's just going to come back under a different account to try to talk to me because she's going to panic that I've blocked her, which that very well may happen. And that's also very scary, to think that someone would either try and actually communicate with you, build a friendship, to then drop the bomb that they're going to try to guilt you into, giving away your, very expensive belongings, or turn heaven and earth to go find them, some artist to give them a baby, or whatever the case may be. Again, she was obsessing, absolutely obsessing. And again, that's why, finally yesterday evening I did, block this account. The problem is that she could come back under any name. This is the internet. It's a scary thing as a channel creator, and I've never experienced someone that has watched my videos and fabricated a friendship in their own heads with me, and then, done something like this, and then became obsessed with me, and not only me, but everyone around me, everyone close to me, all of my viewers. That's a serious situation. Not to mention the fact that if the woman was telling the truth, and maybe she wasn't, maybe she was just, it was another thing that she thought I would identify with if she lived in the same state, that I don't know, but I can only go by what she was saying, that she lives in the same state as me. It's just a wee bit concerning, guys. So I definitely wanted to make you all aware of that this happened, and I really am reaching out to all of you channel creators, and especially all of you channel creators and people in the community that have been here, that are seasoned veterans here. Have you ever been through a situation like this? How do you handle it? And how do you protect yourself from it happening again? I don't want to be where, and this woman had no content on her channel, no Instagram, and I don't do the reborn thing on the Facebook, so I wouldn't know or be there. But nothing verifiable to even get a feel for who that person is. And I understand. I have many lovely commenters that have been here from the beginning that don't have channel content and don't have accounts. But I know who you are, and you know who I am, and you've been around a long time, and I certainly remember you and know who you are, that sort of thing. Like I said, I'm just wondering, what can be done to prevent this sort of thing in the future, if anything. But again, just to be aware that this did happen to me. And this woman was very, very convincing. And, the only way to really tell the difference is to just see how incredibly obsessed she got. And to look back and see, no evidence that I didn't miss something or whatever, case may be. And then I also thought I would touch on as a channel creator, because in the comments of that video, although most of the comments were positive and supportive, and some of the comments maybe didn't agree or thought I was a bit harsh, and that's fine. And I welcome everyone here, to give your opinions. I'm very happy to take a look at your point of view and hear your opinion. But if you're going to get smart with me and nasty, I'm just going to pull one off the top of my head. Somebody said, well, good thing you don't work with the mentally ill or for social service or something to that effect. Well, you know what? This is my channel. You need to respect the channel creators. If you don't like someone's content, if you don't like the person they are, the vibe they give, you don't like them or their channel, move on. But don't disrespect someone on their channel. Channel creators here, put a lot of time and effort into what they're doing, because they're having fun and they want you to have fun and enjoy. And if they're not your cup of tea, just move on. But that won't be tolerated here. I will just block people. I'm not running a business here, promoting my art or anything like that. I'm here, as many of you are, as a collector. This is my happy place. It's a hobby. It's fun. And I'm not going to tolerate being abused in my comment section. And none of you channel creators should. I think that, it's important to put your foot down and say, hey, you're on my turf here. You're on my channel. You don't like it? Go, leave. Don't watch it. Don't talk to me. Very, very simple. And again, I welcome opinions. You're not always going to necessarily agree with what I have to say or other channels that you like have to say, because we're human beings. We all have opinions differ on different subjects. And I don't mind a debate kind of conversation in the least. That's fine. Like I said, I welcome all your opinions. But if you can't state your opinion in a respectful way, then move on. It's like, didn't your mother teach you if you don't have something nice to say? Well, don't say anything at all. And I shouldn't have to be telling a bunch of grown, mostly women, but grown people this. But apparently I do. So I did want to touch on that. And, I apologize if this video seems a little, brash or whatever, but, I was not going to sit by and not put this out there and not share this with you guys, because what happened was very, very scary. It's a very uncomfortable feeling, like a feeling like you've been personally violated when you realize that someone has stalked you and become obsessed with you. And then it's not only affected you, but then they're, transferring that into everyone close and around you. Everyone, it was like a panic that everyone she could reach that was, a friend, a viewer, she was, scurrying, messaging, commenting, that is some kind of crazy. And, she may come back. She may come back under a different name, and then I won't know. She may even talk to me under a different name and I won't know. And that is just Really, really scary. So, yeah, again, guys, help on this, comments on this. Especially, guys, I really hope to hear from some of you all, veterans here. Whether you're a channel creator or you've just been around in the community a long time and you've seen situations like this, or if you've had a similar situation being kind of like stalked in life, whether, even if it's not, pertaining to the reborns. I am going to do a part 2 of this, but not this, if that makes sense. Well, it'll make sense in a minute. I want to talk about how people can become obsessed with these dolls and lose sight of important things in their lives. And that goes for, I'm not putting that out in a bad way on anyone, because I think that I've done that my own self. So I'm going to be confessing my own guilt. But then, I think that if someone, perhaps does not have, anything else in life that makes them happy, it can become perhaps like maybe that it did for this woman who claims to have had a husband and children and stuff. So I don't understand, well, her grown children. But I don't understand why you would obsess so badly about a doll. And, another subject, maybe it'll be a part 3, or maybe it'll just be a topic video separate from this and not a part at all. But I will just touch on the fact that, again, if you remember from just as I discussed in the beginning of this video, I did suggest to the woman to, buy what she could afford as far as a baby doll, and explains that many well-respected members of this community do have store-bought baby dolls, and they love them and appreciate them and enjoy them and have fun here just the same. It's a hobby. There's all different levels of collecting. And it would be as though you were collecting art like oil paintings. Well, if, I love Thomas Kincaid, the painter of light, and his paintings bring me peace. But I can't afford to have one of his paintings on my wall. Therefore, I put art on my wall, and it might be something I bought at Walmart. But I put art on my wall because I enjoy art on my wall. But I don't go into a gallery or into a group of collectors forums that collect, Picasso and whatever, and ask them to do a charity to take money out of their own pockets to buy me a Thomas Kincaid painting, or for the artist himself, well, he passed away, his son's here, to ask his son to paint me an oil painting and give it to me because I feel that would heal my heart. It's not the right thing to do. Then you go with what you can afford. And like I said, it's not just reborn dolls. This community is a community of doll collectors. So you could collect a final baby doll you got at a garage sale and dress it up and clean up its hair. And I love watching those videos when people fix something up and they love it. I mean, to me, I love just seeing the mommies enjoy the babies, no matter what kind of baby that it is. And, we all have, again, it's a luxury, not a necessity. Or if you feel it's a necessity because you need something to cuddle and hold, it's not fair to go up to the collectors of, very expensive. Then you get what you can afford. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? I hope that I am, because I think it's very unfair of how, people view it. And, it's just very unfair. And you have no idea the circumstances that go on out and the other parts of these collectors' lives, including my own, to know what kind of sacrifices or what I have given up in my own life because I chose, to have the collection that I have. So, to ask someone to give it away, or orchestrating going to the community to, put in to give something away, it's just wrong. There are giveaways. Artists do giveaways. They're promoting their work. Big channels do giveaways. They're promoting their channels. Or people just do giveaways out of the kindness of their heart, or they had a baby they just, can't sell. Whatever. For whatever the reason people do giveaways, there are people that do giveaways and you can enter them. But to ask someone to just give you a baby because of your sob story is wrong, because we all, go through troubles. All right, guys, I am not going to ramble on and on and on. I'm going to let you all comment, get all of your opinions on this. It was a scary experience for me. It was an uncomfortable experience for me, something that I've never went through, although I do make a lot of videos and my collection grew fast. I have technically really only been here on YouTube anyway, like 5 or 6 months, maybe the most. So in a certain respect, I went through the stages of the people begging. I went through, as my channel grew, like different stages of things, but I've never gotten like, stalked and have had someone obsess. And so again, the beggar thing really took a turn where I needed to address it. All right, guys, I hope you're having a happy Sunday. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're still here, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video and you will get invites to my lives. And please feel free to share this video and my other one with any friends and channel creators that you think might benefit from having this information. All right, guys, till next time, God bless.